Last we left off, you dispatched several goblins and bugbear that occupied the stone tower that ambushed you, leaving one alive after gaining information about another ambush of stolen, precious metal. You then continued on to Targos. The only land entrance was heavily guarded by some stubborn guards that would not let you pass. They claimed they were on direct orders from Speaker Naerth due to the increased presence of orcs and goblins. You eventually realized that they weren't worth your time and they weren't going to budge. Instead, you found a weak point in the wall's defenses and scaled it to the other side. Attempting to find Torrga within the city, you first checked out the Luskan Arms to find a sad, lonely innkeeper by the name of Owen, with 2 N's. After talking for a moment, you also found out that Targos' Speaker Naerth resided within this inn. You all convinced Owen that the inn should hold an event for the speaker that night. We resume after you just finalized the plans for the evening. Return to Luskan Arms when you hear the town bell calling for the fishermen to come home.
What name did I give again?
Tommy Thompson. Tommy the Traveling Bard. So what do? You have some time to kill.
I'm going to leave them in the inn, and I'm going to head to the warehouse where they're moving all the stuff to check it out.
Want me to come with you? If I notice you leave.
How sneaky can you be?
Not terrible. That jack of all trades.
Was that something you communicated to the group that you were going to go do?
No, I'd have just walked out.
I have a +3.
Gat to the rest of the group that's kind of standing there. If we have some time, I think I'm gonna go back and get the sled dogs and sleds. We really should have some means of travel if we've got some time. Seeing that the ice is frozen over, I'll probably take the long way to avoid the guards.
I approve.
Maybe even if I just tie them up to a tree to make sure that they don't run off.
Oh, Mr. Gat, when you say the long way,
He means
are
through
you gonna
the
be
way.
Through
gonna
the
be walking
frozen.
out on that ice?
Yes, I'm familiar with water and traveling on ice. I've got big feet to disperse the weight. I'll be okay.
Can also turn into an animal.
I could also do that. Might be preferable too to sneak past the guards. That's a very good point. Unless you know of alternative means of travel, should we... I don't want to go walking back to Bryn Shander. Do you?
I think the dogs also need to be safe. That makes sense. I think it's a smart idea.
I agree.
Don't go getting into any trouble while I'm gone.
Us? Never.
And Gat
I'll keep a close eye on them, Mr. Gat.
pulls his cold weather hood up over his head and proceeds out, walking down past the pier, and out you can see several people still pushing out the boat out into the water, and he kind of walking up, making some subtle conversation with them, and eventually joins in pushing out the boat as to help disguise his exit. The rest of you, are you trying to leave stealthily, Quincy? Or are you just walking off?
I'm just gonna walk off. I don't see why I need to sneak away from them.
Okay.
I'll follow you, unless you tell me to go away.
Oh,
No, don't.
where are you two going?
There's a warehouse on the coast. I'm wondering, she's got to have a way of getting her goods back out of the city once she's gone through the only gate. So I'm going to go check it out, see if she's in there ready to ship out.
I like it. Everyone on the team has taken some good initiative.
What am I supposed to do?
Well, I don't know. Everyone else figured out something to do, Miss Sariel.
I was
That's a
going to
good
watch
question
him.
to be asking.
Did you want to come with me and watch him as well?
Do you think I'll be useful?
I wasn't planning on being useful. I was just planning on watching.
I think we should let Mr. Quincy do his work and
Oh,
not draw attention.
I'll stay out of his way. Don't worry.
Baron, what did you plan on doing during this time?
I think I had a thought last time. So wait, so boats are coming back.
No, boats are heading out. Like
boats are heading out.
yeah.
Okay.
A lot of them are already out there. Like the fishing vessels have already left for the day. But the trades good vessels are being loaded right now.
Maybe I'll go. I'll kind of like go see Mr. Gat off and kind of. I think that we had an idea last time about looking at the different vessels heading out to see if there was any that. Looking for any female dwarves heading out.
Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty.
I can help you with that, Baron. I'm pretty light on my feet.
Oh, the ice should be hard and thick enough.
Kind of
Yeah.
curious on how those boats get out if they can't. There's no water.
Alrighty. Quincy and Whimsy heading off the northwestern side of the of Targos. How do you travel? Are you just going to stay along the main road that travels the coast up past all the different docks to get to that warehouse? Or are you going to dip into the city and try to take some of the back roads?
How close do the buildings get to the dock?
There's about 20 feet between 20 30 feet in between the buildings and the docks themselves. Enough room for several people to be side by side.
I'll probably go through the streets so I can stay out of sight as much as possible and try and get to a building perpendicular with the harbour so I can just dash that 20 feet and get so I'm not exposed.
Okay. Are you doing this portion stealthily?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody trying to do that, trying to make your way through the town streets, do so. Give me a stealth check. Okay. Whimsy and Quincy, you have absolutely zero issues. The further you get into the city, taking the back roads, you notice how few people there are just wandering about the town. The majority of the people in this town have some reason to be out on the ice or out at the docks. So the further you get in, the less crowded it is. Very few people wandering about, with it being dark and having being able to jut between the different houses, having absolutely no issue navigating your way to the northwestern portion of the town, eventually making your way to the warehouse that you were looking for. Standing on the other side, you get towards the back of the building and you see that there is no door on the back side. Just from the few sides that you've seen, you know that there's a large gaping, double door in the front where they're pulling goods out of, but it doesn't appear that there's a door on the back or the side that you're currently facing.
Is there a window?
Give me a perception check.
You're looking for something.
Yeah, looking up around towards the tops, you definitely don't see any windows at floor level. This building seems to be completely solid. A lot of buildings do, especially in this area, tend to not have windows for the insulation factor, right? Coming in right off of the lake, the cold wind blowing in. You don't see any with a 6.
Wonderful to see a master at work. You're just doing so well. This is going to make a wonderful song.
I guess I'm just going to have to, using as much cover as possible, try and get round to the door and slip into the warehouse.
Okay.
If you'd
Go ahead.
If you'd like, we can always crawl slowly in with under the cover of some illusions.
Why don't we split up and that way we'll double our chances? You do it your way, I'll do it mine.
All right.
Alrighty, making your way to the edge of the building, getting out towards the street that's along the docks, you can see several people wandering out in unison carrying crates. None of them very big, none of them very large in size. Some of them even with open tops, you can see textiles kind of draped, the wind coming in off of them, blowing them out of the box a little bit as they're walking towards the boat. Give me another perception check. Okay. Yeah, it's as you're watching, it's hard to find a pattern of people leaving and or coming and going of a good time that you would be able to sneak in with minimum risk of being detected. Whimsy, how would you be approaching?
I would, walk off down out like one alley over from it, and then start minor illusioning myself in. Is there snow on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll do
less
bumps.
so towards the docks, just because of the heavy traffic. A lot of that has been kind of melted down just simply from the heat of constant walking on it. It's kind of slush. It's turned into a little bit of an ice, but it's still white in nature. Give me a perception check.
There we go.
Okay. As you're making your way down the next alley, coming up on the other side of the building, you can see a lot of snow has started to accumulate up onto the side of the building. And while you don't see a door, you do see up towards the top a small vent. It's not a full-blown window, but there is probably a few foot by few foot vent.
Big enough for me to go in or just to look through?
You would definitely be able to go through it if you could find a means to reach it. It is still probably about 3 feet out of your reach, like even standing up on the snowbanks. This building is very tall.
Okay.
You haven't seen the inside, but being a storage place, you imagine that there's probably boxes on boxes on boxes.
Can I see Quincy now that I've stepped more than a couple of feet away from him? That I've taken my eyes off of him, can I see him?
I mean, he's not blended in. Like, if you were to backtrack, you went to the next alley over, you've lost line of sight, but I imagine he's still, hiding in the shadows looking for a good time to peek out and dash in. So you would probably be able to snag him.
I will backtrack and poke him on the shoulder. I'll hear him coming because, 18 isn't that great, but I'll point it out to him. Point out the event. Ask him, want a boost?
Sounds like a solid plan.
All right. Since it's on the side of the building, I assume we can see, like, people aren't looking at it. So I'll follow his lead and follow him over there.
Yeah, there's still buildings on either side of this massive warehouse. As you make your way back over to the alley that you had discovered the vent, kind of looking around, you don't happen to see anybody in the general vicinity. You still see people walking out on the docks and carrying boxes, but the majority of them seem preoccupied or just passing by, not necessarily looking down the alley. How do you proceed?
I'll offer him a lift. Got my hands.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Alrighty, Quincy. Stepping up with the help of Whimsy, you get up and you have the opportunity to look through the vents. You see that this is a relatively massive warehouse. On the inside, it is dark outside because there's no sun in the sky. It is forever night here in 10 Towns. On the inside, you see several oil lanterns casting massive shadows from the towering boxes stacked on top of each other. You give me another perception check to see what you see inside. Okay. 16. Looking around, you see the majority of the foot traffic is coming from the front. It seems like more of the long-term storage stuff is kept towards the back, and the stuff that they're constantly rotating through is out in the front. And so the majority of the people coming in, there's probably about a dozen or so. As you stand there for just a few moments looking out, you wait until you don't see any foot traffic coming back to the warehouse before popping the vent, and you slide through, correct? And slide through. Dropping down, or looking down rather, you see that there is a box just 2 feet below that vent. So you're able to stay crouched right there. You could probably, if you wanted to, lend a hand towards Whimsy, or you'd be able to continue on along the boxes with minimal effort getting down to the floor.
I'll keep going.
Okay.
I will craft a minor illusion around myself to hide myself and just stay right there. Wait for him. Listen.
Sounds good. With a 16, looking around now that you're inside and really listening, you hear a conversation. A familiar female dwarven voice. I told you I gotta get out of the city. There's people following me. I've got goods that I've got to get out of here. I need to be all of my things on the next transport ship. I don't care where it goes. I just need to get out of the city quick. With the amount of coin you gave, it's not going to be a problem. I'm trying to expedite it. I got about 7 or 8 guys on it. We're doing the best we can. I know they're following me. There's goblins. They weren't very strong. They probably didn't stop them for very long. I know they're following me. Hurry. Doing the best I can, Torrga. And you don't see the female dwarf anywhere, but you do see the taller, more muscular figure clad in the same type of armor that you saw the front guardsman wearing. And he is walking out through the main gate, and you, Whimsy, you even hear it as well. All right, everyone. Gotta pick it up. We got goals to hit. We gotta get these goods moved.
I'm gonna head. I'm gonna head straight back through the vent, back to Whimsy.
Okay. Give me another stealth check. Not even a whiff of your presence, sneaking back over the boxes and dropping out of the vent, and even taking the opportunity to reseal it before you fall down to the ground.
She's in there. She's trying to move her stuff as quickly as possible. She knows we're chasing her.
Okay. You want to see if we can get the other the other two over here and end this now, or do you want to try and where her goods are and sabotage the boat so it can't actually leave on time, and then we give ourselves some more time?
I say we go now. You go get the others. I'm gonna stay. I've got an idea to stay here and keep an eye on her. And I'm gonna.
Okay. Sorry, what?
You cut out. You're gonna what?
Sorry, I took my finger off the button. With my with my hood up to just to cover my face in case she's there. I'm gonna go among the dock workers, so I'm just another worker shifting the gear.
Okay.
And I'll head off to find Bear and Serial.
Alrighty. Baron, Sariel out on, as you left, headed down towards the docks. We're gonna do like a little rewind. This is happening simultaneously with what they did. How are you approaching this?
I think we're gonna... I think we head out, like, maybe, let's see, we come out from here, so like maybe we go down the dock a little bit, kind of like look around at each one, and then look at like the different boats and like goods, and see if, just looking for a dwarf, looking for like, you know, a sizable load of goods.
Yeah.
And then we make our, you know, if we don't see anything like over here, if that's, you know, within eyesight, then we'll head back and then like head up. I think we're gonna head up this way.
Okay. Yeah, I probably should have done you guys first to give the illusion of you know, that
Being able to find her.
Yeah,
Yep.
being able to find her. That was my fault.
It's all right.
Yeah,
I am totally fine pretending that, you know, we're really on the case, and
Baron, don't you think we should ask? I mean, if she was smart, she wouldn't be out in the open.
Right. Do you think we should maybe we can try to lure her in with some honey.
Do you have any honey?
Not
I didn't pack
literally
any.
honey.
Okay.
Follow my lead.
All right, you're the boss.
Are there any dwarven workers on the dock?
There's actually a lot of dwarves.
I'll
I don't speak Dwarvish, by the way.
I'll approach some.
Okay.
Excuse me there. My name is Baron Briarstone. My wife, well, if you can call her that.
This person, as they're loading up the supplies, kind of wrapping some rope around their arm, and they're just looking at you with the most disinterested look.
Now hear me out. My wife took off with some of our things. We're from Bryn Shander, left me and the little one here by ourselves.
I'm adopted.
Aye, that's right. You know, a lot
The
of
help
the
action.
a lot of the human folk can't tell because she's as short as a dwarf, but obviously with the bone structure and the like.
Give me a deception check.
Did he have
Serial
advantage?
help.
Because I helped.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Nah.
Yeah, that's about fair.
As you're telling the story, it actually kind of you can see through the thick frozen over beard, kind of a grin creep across his face. Definitely not taking offense, thinking this is more of just a joke. Hey, what are you on about? What's this nonsense?
Look, I'm after a woman.
Aren't we all, lad?
She came into town recently. I met her in Bryn Shander, and I you know, when you see, do you believe in love at first sight?
Have you seen Torrga?
Oh. You're just gonna come out with it, are you?
You've been taking so long.
Most
It's-
beautiful
He
beautiful
doesn't
dwarf
ever-
you've ever seen.
He doesn't ever stop talking about her.
He's
and
not
I just-
gonna know her name.
And we just need to know where she is so that she can turn him down and he can move on with his life.
That heartless bitch.
Yes.
We don't normally do dealings with her.
You know anybody on the docks that might?
Oh, you better not, and I'd have something to say about it.
You can see he's kind of biting his tongue. He kind of bites his lip a little bit and looks off into the distance. I know someone that might. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I just live here for the fishing, to make a living for my wife, my family. The speaker here, he ever since he was hired, he's been bringing in the wrong crowd. People coating the guards with his own men. Sure, he might trust them, but I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. I'd imagine if Torrga was in town, he'd probably know.
Thank you for your honest words, and I want to give him a gold piece.
They're not involved, are they?
Okay, Baron, you'll get your answer soon.
And he chuckles again, and he's like, romantically? Oh no, I don't think she'd like him. I think they're just They've got the same pockets.
Well, obviously you don't know Torrga, because that's exactly the kind of thing that she's into.
Alright, I think you best be moving along. I've got work to do.
Thank you for your information.
Thank you kindly.
Oh, before you run off, do you happen to know where the speaker might be during the day?
No, I don't. Normally, if he's not in the Luskan Arms, he's just cruising town. Probably making his rounds to all his guards, making sure they're paid. Collecting gossip from the town.
Thank you, kind sir.
And as he says that, he steps up to, nose to nose with Baron. And if you rat me out for telling, I'll cut you in your sleep.
We don't even know your name.
Let's keep it that way.
And I'll try to push Baron away. my noodle arms.
Our relationship will get a lot friendlier when I invite you to the wedding.
Jesus.
First Scat, and now you? What is it about this woman?
That's right.
She's some woman.
I didn't know you
She's-
had that kind of interest in her. I thought she was a bad
Oh
person.
no, I told you gotta lure him in with some honey. But it's not actual honey. Honey is a nice, sweet thing. You know, it's
Right, gold
it's
tends to
romantic,
do
like
that
he was
too.
saying.
But sometimes gold can be sweet.
Not actually into a murder and thieving, ice cold vein.
You were selling it really well.
Deception check?
I got real concerned.
Well, there's more tools to my investigation skills than perhaps you realized.
Well,
And I guess I admit
You
that
do
she
this a
does
lot.
have a fierceness about her.
but we're supposed to turn her into the authorities. Are you gonna be okay with that?
I just told you I'm not into a murder and thieving, ice-veined she witch. Are you
Insight check.
insight checking me?
Please roll low. Please roll low. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
whatever you
that's...
say, Baron.
Yeah.
Yep. I still don't know if you're persuading me that you are into her or you're not into her, so I'm just gonna be confused.
I guess we'll find out.
Right?
What is well, never mind.
We just need to find, I guess, the speaker, and that's not good if people don't like him.
He sounds like the type that, you know, if he's padding people's pockets, he might like to be seen around town and
So we look
parading
for the
about, you know.
peacock. See what I did there? I learned it from you. Code words.
That's a colorful bird.
Yes. If he's parading around town to be seen, you would think that he'd want to be a colorful bird.
Never seen a peacock myself.
I've seen
Oh.
I
pictures.
think I get the idea.
I think I find them this quickly.
You what?
So I guess
Oh, yeah. Probably. Where would you guys head off to after gaining that information?
probably well, maybe it would occur to us to try to link up with the other people, or
You're in charge.
I think we'd start heading more into the heart of town, and
Okay.
Be vaguely on the lookout for other people.
I mean,
You know, it occurs to me we didn't set a place to meet back with the others, but I assume the tavern
right.
probably be
Should we
best.
take the word of just one person, or should we ask more people?
It wasn't just one person. That was an honest dwarf. Do you
There
see
was
how he
still
came up
only
to
one.
me?
And he
That-
might have a personal vendetta against the speaker.
Do you see how he came up to me and nose to nose? And I'm pretty
Yeah.
tall for a dwarf.
He definitely booped you.
You don't think there was any other kind of meaning to it, did you?
Maybe he was jealous. Wanted you for himself.
Me. Ha ha
Well-
ha 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 ha.
People seem to be very warm and receptive to you, so maybe you're attractive for a dwarf.
Attractive for a dwarf.
Well, I mean, you're
Or
not my
attractive
type.
for a dwarf.
Yes. You're a little old for me.
I don't know.
Alrighty.
Maybe you should use those persuasive on somebody else, and then we can see if it's really just because you're super pretty or something.
This is kind of a sore subject for me,
Why?
I'll admit.
You don't think you're pretty?
Well, no, I've got a. Sure, I'm a bit rugged, but
Well, my dad always said that confidence is attractive. So if you believe that you look good, other people will believe you look good.
I don't know if I'm into looks. That seems.
Well, yes, there's obviously more than just looks when it comes to finding a partnership. That's very wise. Absolutely.
I love a good song, a good voice, a singer, a bard like Mr. Whimsy, but not like Mr. Whimsy at all. Yeah, I guess we head into town with just a cursory look at the, like, towards off in the direction that they went. See if
Okay.
we see any sign of them, but I think we're off to find Nerth.
You're off to find Nerth? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna wander the city, I guess, looking for the speaker.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe
Whimsy,
ask people.
Whimsy, make a perception check. Okay.
I can do it.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll say that it'll take you some time, but you'll eventually find them. The two of you that are wandering off into town, how are you approaching looking for him? Are you just leisurely strolling through the town, having chats, or?
That sounds about right.
Okay. Alrighty.
I don't think we're being particularly stealthy or anything.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, you guys go ahead and make a perception check.
I think this we're pretty into this discussion.
Yeah.
Baron feels pretty flustered talking about these kind of intimate things.
Have you seen that bit in Pink Panther when they back into the room and then circle round each other?
Oh yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah, he's literally like the next block over, and we're just walking by.
Edo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys.
Yeah, so you guys are walking through town. It's dark. You're not seeing a whole lot of people in general, but keeping an eye on the walls, looking to see if you see anybody. And it's it's hard to make people out in their snow gear, right? Everyone looks the same. They're all wearing large, heavy fur clothing. Most time it's hoods up, goggles on. It's very difficult.
So maybe if we trim your beard, just make it look nice, that'll help.
That's not who I am, though.
Well, I mean, everybody can improve. It's okay.
Do you not like my beard? It
Your
doesn't
beard
look
is
nice to
fine,
you.
but you seem a little bit uncomfortable with the way that you look. So I'm just trying to help.
I'm not
Little
uncomfortable
changes.
with the way that I look. I think you're uncomfortable with the way that I look.
I mean, I could help. I mean, we can add some like color to your hair and trim up that beard a little. Get under the fingernails. That's a big one when you're trying to find a partner. If your fingernails are dirty, it's a turn off.
If they see that my fingernails aren't dirty, they're gonna think I don't work.
Or that you
You
clean
know,
up
that's-
after yourself.
Ah. Got a lot to learn, young Miss Sariel. Got a lot to learn.
I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of manual labor in the temple, so.
Well,
Maybe when this is all over, we can find you a partner. You settle down.
I think we need to get some dirt under your fingernails.
Oh, I'll definitely clean them afterwards, though.
Give me a second.
It's not that I'm afraid of getting dirty, it's that I clean up when I'm done. One of my first spells I learned was how to clean up.
Oh, you could go too far with that, I think.
I don't think you can be too clean.
Alrighty. Wandering through the town, making kind of a almost a full loop, almost back to where you were in that short amount of time, resigning to the fact that you just don't think you're going to be able to find the speaker without digging and prodding and asking more people. Eventually, Whimsy spots you a couple blocks down and makes his way over to you.
Guys, we found her. First place
Ah,
we
you
looked.
did? Ah.
Yeah. Let's. She's at. She's getting her stuff loaded onto a thing. She wants to be on the next boat out of here. Quincy is. Quincy's like milling about with the workers, feeling an idea. I think he might try to sabotage the thing, which is I think a good idea.
Should
What
we
do
be
you guys
saying
want to
this
do?
out loud in the middle of town?
I'm whispering. I'm whispering. I'm saying it in a whisper.
I'll look around.
And see nothing.
All right, well, be careful. We just found out that she's got the same pockets as the speaker, so to speak.
Well,
That doesn't mean that they're romantically involved. It just means that they're.
I
you know,
didn't
they've
assume.
got the same pockets.
He seems really interested in Torrga's romantic prospect.
Yeah.
The speaker does.
No, you.
Oh, Miss Sariel.
It's all right.
I did a
know
bit
him.
of sabotage myself and pretended to be interested in this woman to get that information. I think Mr. Quincy would be pretty impressed.
I'm
Was
sure he will. I will.
inspired by
sure,
Mr. Gott.
I will certainly tell him all about it. But anyways, do you think we should try to take her now, or should we try to delay her departure, hoping that she'll show up to the ambush I set up?
You set up an ambush already? That was fast.
Well, the concert that I'm putting on for the speaker and any of his friends that might happen to be in town.
That's what that was for?
Yes, I was hoping Torrga would show up to it. If we couldn't find her, I was hoping she'd show up to that. Then I
Oh, you had a cunning scheme from the.
yes, and then I'd get I'd get her to close her eye. I'd get them all to close their eyes after a couple of songs, and
And then we'd
fairy
slit her
fire them.
throat.
But
Or
And then we'd bash her on the back of the head after I fairy fired them. Yeah, that was.
I
the
didn't
hope.
know that was the plan.
that's a very extensive plan.
Well, I was planning on going over it more a little bit beforehand, but the question is, do we do that? Do we sabotage hoping she'll show up to that ambush, or do we just try to ambush her now?
Well, you don't know if she's actually invited.
No.
So,
You confirmed that she is in deep with the speaker. So who else is he going
but
to
we
invite?
still don't know if she's actually invited. So it seems
We
like a
do
risk
not.
to wait.
Real quick question, sorry, not related. Which one's who all has dark vision? Baron and Whimsy? You all have it? Quincy's the only one that doesn't?
He has those goggles now.
Is that what that do you have
No.
goggles?
Gad has the goggles.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Hey, what
All right.
goggle?
I've got extensive dark vision too, I think.
Okay. I was
90 feet.
Okay.
Mine's only 60.
Got it.
Mine's the normal.
All right, carry on.
Do I know enough about like the schedule of like how the boats move? If she's planning on getting out of here quickly, what time is it during the day? Can I check like one of our watches?
Yeah. Like it's probably about midday now. It takes a couple hours for a boat to get to the next town. So it'll probably be leaving within the next 2 hours or so. It's around 1.
Okay, so it's probably better to confront her now if
Okay.
that is the case.
That's reasonable.
There's no light, but these, things still run on a schedule to try to keep everyone sane, so... You say
Okay.
she's in the warehouse now?
We're kind of
Follow
nearby
me.
that location? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I met up with you as you were getting back to the Luskin Arms, so.
I mean, if you have trouble seeing, I have light.
Alrighty. Yeah, when you're outside, there's enough natural reflection from the snow and the things, allowing just the general ambiance to be reflective. It's not pitch black and you're having trouble feeling your way through the town. So you're able to walk without issues, making your way towards making your way towards the warehouse. During this time, Quincy, what are you intending to do?
I'm just gonna mill around, pretend to be one of the workers,
Okay.
try and get some idea of what the deadline, getting all the stuff loaded up, and just make sure that take off before we're ready.
Okay. Yeah, as you I'm gonna say you don't have any sort of issues walking. How are you attempting to do this? Are you gonna walk in and just grab a box, or are you just gonna offer to help somebody? How are you doing it?
Gonna walk in, grab a box.
Okay.
Both to there.
Oh no!
Okay. Walking in, grabbing a box, and then following basically them out to the rather decent sized boat. You see several of the other people falling in line. Boss is really honest today. He's like, where'd you come from? He must have brought you in to meet this deadline.
Aye, so all rushed. A little bit extra coin.
You're getting paid extra for this?
Not you. I'm not normal staff. I'm getting paid at all.
I tell you what, I don't even know why we do this every day. Getting about sick and tired of it. What's your name?
Smith.
Smith, pleasure. He shakes your hand, continues on. As you kind of walk back, you have any idea why this is such a hurry?
No idea. Don't ask a lot of questions.
That's probably for the best. Asking questions just gets you in trouble.
Do you know when the ship is setting off? That's how long have we got?
I think here as soon as we get all this stuff loaded up, and he kind of points over to the gentleman that you saw speaking inside of the warehouse, now standing out talking to another figure. I think that's boss over there talking to the captain right now. As soon as we get this stuff loaded up, we're taking off. Judging by the stuff that's still in the warehouse, you're probably gonna estimate that it's not gonna take much longer. Like between loading the things and then making the last little bit of preparations to the ship itself, it's probably only maybe a half hour.
When they grab one of the boxes, it's got one of the sealed crate
Okay.
box can't be opened. I'm going to go to him and I'm put my hand on him. Be careful with that. I heard boss talking some explosive. Careful when you're carrying it. Jostle it too much. We're all gone.
What the hell? Why are we loading explosives onto a boat? Are you serious?
Hell if I know. That's what I heard him say.
And he pulls out from the side a crowbar, and he begins to try to open it up. I'm not getting on a boat with explosives. I'm bullshit. And he's going to attempt to open up the crate. Do you allow him to?
Yeah.
Okay. And as he takes out a hammer and kind of bangs on the end to get it underneath of one of the nails and pries up. Give me a second. Alrighty. As he's looking around, keeping an eye on the boss, and he's kind of smacking it, and he's trying to do it relatively stealthily. The boss happens to look over. Hey, get that loaded up onto the boat. Quit messing around. Are you telling me there's explosives in here? And they go back in this argument, and he's like, I don't know what's in the box. I just know we've got to get these things loaded. Get it on the boat. He's like, I quit. Walks off. Leaves the box laying onto the ground.
I'm gonna try and get as many people. Say that he just quit. Explosives on there. One good wave on that ship, and that's gonna go off.
All right, give me. I'm gonna say, give me a persuasion. If nobody knows what's in these boxes, I don't think it's gonna be a deception. I think you're at the point of trying to persuade these people that they shouldn't be on this boat.
It's kind of a lie, though, right? Because he knows that they're not explosives.
He doesn't know for sure, but
I guess, but yeah.
he also made it up.
Well, if you want to change it to a deception, 10 becomes a 12.
Okay. Let me,
I'm kind of thinking we'll get on this boat now.
Volunteer to work.
Oh,
Get-
that's
get
not a
some
D.
dirt under
I
your
don't want a
fingernails?
D12. I
Or-
want a D20. Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
If your lot weren't really long, I wouldn't have to do this.
I think you see
Try to
about.
find them as quickly as possible.
I think you see about 4 people. Like that's their last straw. You hear murmurs of like, this has just gone too far. And several other people, just tired of being rushed today, just not into it, and they just walk off. But there's still, probably about 5 or 6 or so that are continuing on. One of them, the boss, actually comes over and, everyone who stays will get the other people's coin. Finish this up. We'll be on our way. Somebody else kind of walks up to you and be like, "You hear that? If you stop talking and you actually get these boxes on there, you'll make twice as much coin."
Yeah. And I'll be so satisfying with twice as many lines scattered around.
These people, they just kind of shrug it off and continue working. Eventually, are you continuing to work, or are you just creating yourself a little a mutiny there, just standing there trying to preach? Because I think eventually, you'll end up drawing yourself some attention.
Yeah, I'll look like I'm hesitating for a couple of seconds, as if I'm debating with myself, and then the coin will win out. Get back to work.
Okay. Alrighty, continuing on. Oh shit. All right.
I'm hoping that bought a little bit more time though, now that there's less work.
Yeah.
Workers.
I'll say it turned your half hour into an hour. Eventually, how are the 3 of you approaching the scene?
I think I'll try to be a little bit stealthy. Not like slinking in the shadows stealthy, but like nonchalant stealthy. Walking up, getting an idea, trying to spot Quincy, as I know what he looks like. An idea of what's happening and what boat is being loaded.
Okay. Between the 3 of you, you are able to pick out Quincy as he's loading this particularly bigger boat right out in front of the massive warehouse that you were at previously. But you see him helping load the boat. Seems counterintuitive.
I I I will. How far away are we when we like spot him? Like, how far away are we able to be nonchalantly?
I mean, it's hard to tell. It depends. Like if you're just walking up and like walking through, it's not gonna be a big deal. But if you just walk up, even if you're like 60 feet away and you just stand there and you're watching, you're gonna draw some attention if you're just out in the middle of the road.
Okay, I'll walk up and walk through. When I'm 30 feet away from him,
Okay.
I will.
Well, wait. As we're approaching, I'm gonna ask you.
Mhm.
Do you know where the boat's headed?
Out of here. I don't think we're gonna. I think if that boat gets away from here, it is not. We're not going to get a hold of it. Let me.
So you don't know what town it's going to.
No.
Well, It seems like if Speaker Nairth is helping out Torga, I imagine those workers and that foreman are in on the whole ordeal, probably. What do you think?
I mean, I think the foreman is. I think workers tend to do the work they're given and not ask too many questions.
Hmm. I wonder if maybe we could get on the boat. Catch her unawares out on the water. Rather than having to deal with guards here and getting her back
Maybe.
down there.
Let me run it by Quincy. And I'll minor illusion whisper in Quincy's ear um, when I'm 30 feet away as we're walking past. Uh, should we try and uh, set sail with the boat, or should we take them, or should we take Torga now? And I'll minor illusion when I'm 30 feet away and try to walk past him so he has a chance to give me a reply.
I mean, he can't like message you back. He has to just
No,
like.
he can't.
No, he just has to like whisper. Like we could do the whole. Oh, sorry. Walking past each other, like didn't mean to get in your way. Sorry, and that'll give him a chance to either say now or get on the boat or whatever he wants to say.
Hearing that,
I think-
Quincy, what do you do?
I'm gonna go up to him and I'm gonna, at normal volume, but I'm gonna say, "Are you going to grab a box? Or stand there. I'm gonna wait." Bought
Nope.
me.
You cut out,
Wait.
buddy.
Sorry. I'm gonna go up to him, at normal speaking voice, say, "Are you going to grab a box and help, or are you just going to stand there?" And I'm going to whisper to him, "If we attack on the boat, she can't get away. We can't get away either."
I'll start picking up a box and helping.
Okay.
Did
Is
you
there-
two follow me or?
No, I think we're probably gonna stay back. I'm gonna keep pretending that Serial is like a daughter figure to me and start throwing snowballs at her. Just like we're like out having fun on the shore.
Alrighty. Yeah, you're, I suppose, able to do so. There's nobody stopping you. How long do you two continue to carry boxes until they're done?
I'll like carry with Quincy and ask him. And I'm slow. I'll slow him down because I have an 8 in strength. So I'll try to ask him more. Like, so do you want to? Should we take them now? Should we?
I mean, take them now, getting her out through the guards challenge. At the same time, getting them to turn the boat around, bring her back. It's going to be.
Okay. What do you think? How do you feel about making it so they can't set sail tonight and they have to delay till tomorrow, and then maybe Torga will show up to um the little concert that I'm setting for the speaker, because I know the speaker and her are tight. Apparently they're dating, and Aaron is all up in arms about it. Jealous.
Whatever floats you. I mean, it still has a problem with guards.
While they're having this conversation and like Sarah and I are playing a distance away, I want to try to clock what the crew is for this boat. Like, are the kind of like watching? Are there like people that are on it? Like, how many people? Is there a way that maybe we could go around on the ice and like find a good spot to try to board it unseen and stow away?
Yeah, there's no lower deck to this boat. Um, like uh, it has like it's a flat top and it comes to a point on the bottom, so it's kind of leaning, or I guess roughly to a point on the bottom, so it's kind of leaning a little bit. But like there's no entry to the bottom of the boat. All the goods are just kind of piled up on top. So it would be really difficult to stow away in like a hidden
Stow away.
corner or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'll say.
I'm gonna go to Whims. How big is that illusion?
Illusion I can do is 5 foot cube. Can't move. Um, it, static image. It can also be a sound. It occupies a 5 foot cube. Um, originating from a 5 foot cube. I can do it 30 feet away.
And John, how many people does it seem like are part of the crew?
Um, it's hard to tell. Um, you don't know whether or not everybody that's loading the boat is going to be on the boat. But if you had to make a rough guess to the size of it, not having been a sailor yourself, you'd probably guess that the crew's going to be relatively small, probably only maybe like 5 or 6 people. You overhear those of you that are carrying, and I guess all of you, if you guys are over by the boat too, you overhear the leader of this group talking to one of the other people that are carrying the boxes. I think it's about time to go ahead and go get those Axbeak to help charter this boat out to the water. The other person nods and heads off to the side of the building.
Axbeak? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Um,
Quincy, you're muted, buddy. Still muted.
Hello?
Yep, there you go.
Couldn't remember if I was mute or anyway. When I've got a quiet moment, I'm gonna wave them two onto the boat.
Me and
Down into
Baron?
the hold. Yeah.
There is no hold area.
Is it just all on deck?
Yes.
Yeah.
It has to be shallow to get over the ice.
um,
Not to mention, like, it would be pretty significant to like push a huge boat like such a distance if it was,
Well, I'm gonna wave them.
You
sorry,
cut out, buddy.
you cut out. You might want to go back to push to talk so you can be certain when your voice is coming through.
About now.
Heard
cutting
the
out.
first little bit of it. Here, let's go ahead and take a quick potty break. Allow people to go ahead and use the bathroom, and we'll try to figure out some Quincy.
Technical issues.
Yeah.
Okay. crate.
Yes.
How many of us can huddle inside of that? Obviously not being able to maneuver within it at all, but like huddling close together.
Give me a second.
Okay.
To be fair, that is where I was going as well.
I thought so.
I feel like that's. I don't know. Usually people can like take up. Maybe like 2 people can take up a space, at least normally, like in the way that the.
Well, if we can find a box that is open on top, it's a 5 foot. I can create a minor illusion of another box on top of it, and then we can stand.
Well, bearing in mind, I've still got those glasses, so I can just be close by and stay very still.
All right. So if we can get on to say 3 of us can fit in, the 3 tiny ones can fit in, then that'll be enough.
I just love the fact Gat's gonna come back with after securing the dogs. Like, guys, where'd you go?
Yeah. Love to wait for him, but unfortunate.
All right. I thought I had a tape measure lying around. In fact, I mean, I know I do somewhere, but I can't seem to find it. I was gonna kind of
could
lay it
also,
out on the
like,
ground.
Well, I guess we can discuss it in game, but
Do you think the 3 short ones, Serial, who's 5'1", me, who's 5'3", and Baron, who's a dwarf, would all hug real close inside of a 5 foot
I'm
cube?
tall, dude. I'm big.
How big are you?
I'm.
Oh, you were a dwarf.
I am a dwarf, but I'm like as tall as a dwarf can be.
How tall are you?
I'm 5 foot.
Okay. But we're all about 5 feet.
I
Like
mean,
2, but
it'll
not
be.
3.
I think it'll be a really tight squeeze. I mean, what's the average size of a door opening? It's 3 foot, right?
Yeah.
You could probably fit 2 people standing side by.
5 foot cube is pretty big.
Yeah, it
Like,
is
it's
kind of pretty big.
Having to hunch is the main issue.
I'm gonna say yeah. The 4 of you can fit. It'll be a tight squeeze. But
We only need 3 of us.
I've got my glasses.
Yeah.
oh, that's right.
So yeah, we'll Quincy and I will beckon you guys over. Hopefully you can get on stealthily.
Who are you beckoning over?
Baron and Serial.
Okay.
Wait, so
Try to
you're
get them.
beckoning us from like doing work with the crates, and you're just like waving us over to you, or
Catch your eye and do I walk within 30 feet of them?
I mean, if you're on top of, are you on the boat?
At times. I mean, we've got like we figured this plan out between the 2 of us.
Okay.
We're trying to get
but I
them
mean,
to
I don't
come
know
over.
what's going on.
Is Berend and Sariel on the ice or on the dock? Because they said they were going round the ship.
Yeah, they're kind of on the ice right now.
I'll drop a line on the other side of the ship for them to climb up.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's only like 6 feet off the ground, if that. It's definitely yeah. This is more of a wide boat than it is like a tall.
Then I'll just help them climb up on the ice side when no one's watching.
Okay.
like as we're going around, we see you throw the line down and just kind of assume that you've booked passage for us or something.
I mean, if you're ever within 30 feet, I can tell you in your ear. Go on over. We're gonna go away. Got a plan.
Okay, I guess we try to scale the boat stealthily with nobody seeing us. Do I have anything that could help us with this?
So right now, Whimsy, are you both just standing on the boat with just
No, I'll if he's helping them, I will continue.
You could put a 5-foot crate in front of where Quincy is standing to block him from view.
Yeah, I'll probably do that, and then keep carrying things.
okay?
So I'll
take
the 5
take
foot.
a look at the. Give me a perception check really quick.
Okay.
Okay, this is gonna stand out to you like a sore thumb. Looking around, realizing the crates and things that you have been carrying are all able to be fit in the arms of a single individual. Lots of small crates. There has never been a two-person lift of a large crate. If you try to place a 5-foot crate on this boat, it is going to
But he
stand
could make
out.
it look like
A
5 feet of
5-foot
small crates.
a 5-foot pile of crates is what I will make. Thank you. Yes.
Okay. All right.
To kind of block Quincy to block off where Quincy is from view of other people. And I'll I'm not gonna stand around and look.
What's the range on minor illusion? How far away do you go before it disappears?
I can go as far away as I want. It lasts for a minute after I cast it, and I can cast it up to 30 feet away. So
Okay.
I will try to be back within 30 feet within a minute.
All right, give me an athletics check. See how quickly you can make it to the
I climbed her up really good.
a natural 20 for okay. Yeah. Yeah, making a brisk pace, headed back there. Give me a you know what? With your natural 20 perception check as well, you get back into the warehouse, and as you are picking up the next crate, and you look up really quickly, you see Torrga standing to the side, watching things, kind of lurking in the shadows, peering out, watching everything happen. Do you just continue on as if nothing, as you didn't see anything, or do you act differently with this new information?
So I've got that disguise on. Quincy's not easy to spot. I think that I will continue on. I don't think she would have spotted us.
No, she wouldn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I will just continue on.
Alrighty, making your way back, and you now have the three of your companions on the boat. You place your crate down. What do you do now?
Back into the minor illusion and pull them in. And wait. Keep refreshing that minor illusion.
Give me. All right. Let's see.
You know what? To give us more room, I will disguise myself as one of the guards that were at the front of the gate that were like keeping us out.
Okay. All right. Give me
Okay.
Okay. Already, you're able to do so. Yeah, you now see even the foreman. You can tell the type of armor that he's wearing has even a little yellow. It's not a full cloak, but it is kind of a scarf or a wrap that kind of goes around, having the um, Zentarim logo, kind of a black dragon in a spiraling downward wings, kind of splayed open.
I
But
don't know what that is though, right? I just see that it stands out.
uh,
Or I mean, maybe I know of it. Do I know of the Zentarum?
yeah, I think you would. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, I think even though, yeah, you would know who they are. Hold on a second. I think there's like construction going on outside. Okay, you guys can't hear it. But yeah, you disguise yourself. And then what do? Just stand at the front of the boat, or
Yeah, I think I'm kind of like maybe leaning over like one of the sides, looking kind of pissed off.
okay? Alrighty. Um,
I'm in the box, the giant pile of crates.
okay. I am going, like, there are still people continuing to pile on crates, right? And as you guys have done before, you take a crate onto the boat and you find a spot that is available and you stack it. Okay. So eventually, those things are going to need tied down to make sure that they don't slide off the boat. I'm going to roll a D100. Um, let's see. How do I want to? Give me a number, Whimsy. Just a single number, and I'm going to say 10 on either side of that is going to be. Give me a number, basically 10 through 90.
80.
80. Okay. So between 70 and 90, as they're tying down these goods, a rope is going to pass through the illusion of your crate, and more than likely it is going to be noticed, unless you do something else wild to stop it. Okay. All right. Between 70 and 90. Okay. As they're tying down the boat, I'm going to say, with the assistance of Baron as one of the guardsmen, kind of directing the path to make it not super visible. You manage to go through undetected, at least for the time being. Baron being the... Go ahead.
And like with like Baron tying down the boxes, I can alter the minor illusion to include the tie down portion.
Okay.
If necessary.
I mean, I think I'm gonna have to look into this one. I genuinely feel like there's got to be some sort of lapse, like being able to just refresh minor illusion. There would have to be like a cutoff, right? Like in the time that you're casting the minor illusion, another one would surely, like, there would be.
Okay.
Probably be like some sort of glitch in the matrix shit.
It lasts for the duration. The illusion also ends if you dismiss this action or cast this spell again. So once I cast the spell again, the previous one ends. So there might, I mean, if you want to rule it that there is a lapse, you can absolutely rule it that there is a lapse.
I'm going to think about it. I can just see this getting out of hand in the future. We'll allow it go for right now, but I can definitely see this being super overpowered metagamey type deal. I'm not saying that it is right now, but I can see the possibilities of just like, oh, there's a rope now. I'm going to alter my minor illusion to have a rope. So anyways, carrying on. Baron, so Quincy, where are you at currently?
Going to be in the back corner of the ship, like that's already fully loaded, where no one's going to step, and I'm going to hunker down with the glasses on.
Okay. Alrighty, so Baron being the only one that's kind of visible right now, kind of peering out, you can see several Axebeak being tied up, their harnesses on their backs, drawing this boat out. Like you can feel the boat kind of lurch forward as you see these ancient looking beasts, white, brown, bluish feathers, very long tail feathers draping down to the ground. You see their feet splayed out really wide, these 3 long toes webbed in between it, with claws on the end of them digging into the ice and getting that traction. And given their name, their beak coming to like a very round point, I will give you guys a handout really quick.
So cute.
And they are currently digging in and pulling this boat out to the water. Baron, give me a perception check. Okay. Distracted a little bit by the Axebeak pulling out, you eventually do turn back once you see the boat moving, wondering, hey, I didn't see Torrga get on. But you eventually look back and you do see her mingling with another one of the Zentarim guards. And these beasts are continuing to pull it out. Leaving the harbor, the dock area, getting all the way out to the very end, still peeking over the front of the boat where you're being pulled. You can see the Axebeak kind of divide, and a couple of them go one way and a couple go the other way. It's where the ice is naturally formed a V. It's still kind of pulling it, and then they stop. With them stopping, you can see a couple of the other dock workers coming out and starting to chip away at the ice, digging underneath of the side of the boat until the weight of the boat collapses the ice enough to then push it out into the water.
Wait, so she did get on the boat?
She did get on the boat, yep.
Okay.
We just didn't see it.
Everyone except for Baron didn't see it. So Baron saw it, nobody else did.
Oh, I'm hiding.
So you are now successfully out onto the water. The sails are then dropped, and you hear the whipping of the wind into the sail pick up, and hear the chains that were attaching the Icebeak or the Axebeak to the boat being dropped, and the boat heads off northeast.
North and northeast. What's out that way?
What was the plan? Are we supposed to be leaving town?
We're pirates.
We're
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it pirates. Are you guys aren't on? I'll take you back to Icewind Dale map.
And I wouldn't necessarily call it a plan.
Okay.
As you're looking at Mayor Dualden, and kind of seeing the way that let me go ahead and
Are we just going across the river or the lake?
give me a second. Can you guys... There you go. So you can now see Mayor Dualden, and I will say that you can also see Baron, you know that on the other side of this lake there is Tourmaline and Lonelywood. Both of them relatively in the same direction, so it's impossible to really know which one that you're headed to, if you're headed to those at all. This is a special run, so it's possible that Torrga has other ideas.
I wasn't thinking we'd let it get out too far. I'll whisper to Ariel and ask her if she can notify the others when we should probably act, or
I mean, I can talk to them, sure, but what are we supposed to be doing? Just following orders.
do I yeah, I'm guessing you don't have a battle map of this boat.
I'm trying to fucking get one together right now.
Okay.
I created a battle map for the warehouse as we were going, but it went a different direction.
So in your head, I'd be like, "What are we doing?" To all of you, because I can talk to you guys in your minds. But
Are
you
we
can't
allowed to
talk back.
respond? Oh, we can't.
No.
Okay.
It's a one-way walkie-talkie.
Can I be hidden close enough that I can whisper to them in their illusionary crate?
Yeah, that's fine.
You can see through it.
Why can he see through it?
If once you physically interact with it, you can see through it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That also counts for anybody who stumbles into it is going to instantly be able to see through it.
I'm just gonna whisper to them that we should wait until we're out of arrow reach of the guards at least.
Nod.
I feel like I'm going to be sitting near it to try to keep people away from it. You said we should wait till what? Until we're out of
reach of the arrows.
Yeah. So I assume the guards on the wall have bow and arrows, so we should probably wait there.
Wait until they can't hit us with them, yeah. That's probably smart. That's why you get paid the big bucks. And because you steal the big.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do this one live. We're gonna have to do it theater of mind if it gets that far. I can't find a good one in the short time span. Yeah, so after a few moments, the wind's picked up a decent amount, and the boat is definitely in your eyes outside of reach of the arrows.
So there's crew, there's Zentarum guards, and Torrga. Is that
Yeah.
How many guards?
I mean, you can see out of your illusion. Make a perception check, both of you that are looking.
I'll probably have disadvantage because I can't stick my head up and. You want me to roll with disadvantage?
That's fine.
Matters much.
Yeah. I'm gonna say right now, you only see the one that's talking to Torrga. Yeah, Baron, do you see one more?
C2? Okay. I guess to Quincy.
On your mark, I see two.
Already fairy fire to go off whenever things happen on directed at Torrga and the one guard that are talking to each other.
Does the ship have an anchor?
Yes. Yes, it does.
I'm gonna whisper the Baron then, like, how about I drop the anchor and then we go as soon as it drops.
All right.
Then I'm gonna sneak over to it.
Alright, give me a moment. I actually, I found something. Yeah, give me just a couple minutes. I'm gonna get these
Take your
cargo
time.
crates and
I
the
have been
people set up.
I'm amazed.
All right, how big is this map? 1, 2.
Custer, come here. How did you get wrapped up in my
First
shirt?
time I've messed up a DM's plans and had to adapt on the fly. I feel like it's like a D&D right.
It's not the first time, Quincy.
Right.
It's the first time that you've noticed.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is very true. That is absolutely true.
I like our plan though.
Attack her on the
Yeah.
boat.
Smart. Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're gonna
get
hold
on
her
the boat.
hostage and return her in, right? We're not just gonna murder her.
Who
That
knows
is-
what'll happen?
I will record whatever happens.
You need to get one of those little recorder things.
I'll just watch intently and make sure I have good lighting.
Mm-hmm. Because it's gonna be your word versus theirs.
I mean, I don't want the strict truth. I want the entertaining truth. Like, just want a good story. Why I'm here.
From The Witcher, after they toss a coin to a Witcher song, it's like, but that's not what happened. Yeah, but it makes a better song.
Very much.
All right, almost done.
If we pull this off, we might be able to bring the boat just to the road and send someone back for Dad and the dogs, and maybe even avoid the rest of the stuff. Though I feel bad not actually doing the concert for that guy.
Okay. I'll allow that to happen. Let's get you guys over to the map now. All right. Bringing your tokens out. I don't think there's any dynamic lighting. You guys can see that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Let's
Is that as small as you want it to be?
Small boat.
I mean, it's big for.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna say that's about as big as I want it to be. I actually don't want it over there in that freaking corner though.
It's okay. We zoom in. It's fine.
That's true. Um, there we go. Okay, now I need everybody else's token out onto the battle map. Let's get Whimsy's out there, Baron's out there now, and Quincy. Go ahead and place yourself where you
I
think
have
you
a
would
question.
be. Yes.
Has it been 8 hours since we left on the road to her?
I don't think
Not
so.
quite, no. It's probably been about 5.
Thank God.
Why?
My aid spell.
Oh.
Oh, what? How much did we get from that?
5.
Yeah, 5 on top. I mean, we haven't taken a long rest, so it should still be active if I gave it to you. I don't remember who I gave it to. I know
I
I would
had
have given
it.
it to Serial.
Yeah.
Think I gave it to Gad as well. No, I think I left Gad out because he gets temporary hit points from his child shapes.
Um, 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 um.
Would have either been Baron or Quincy would have had the 5 as well.
Baron, because I wasn't there when you cast it.
Okay. Do you have it, or am I misremembering and I actually gave it to Gat?
I don't remember. I guess I could. I have the episode open though.
It's all right. You guys can all have it. That's
5.
fine. 5 temporary hit points, right?
It's not temporary.
I was
5
at 32.
edition, and only 3 people can have it. So me and Serial and one other person would have it.
And mine was already marked on my sheets. That's
Okay.
how I know. So we'll just say Gat has that, and don't worry about it.
Sounds good.
That'll work.
Alrighty. Here's our layout. You guys kind of talking to each other. Baron blending in with the other guards. How do you approach this?
Wait, so these are crew, right?
Yep, those are crew.
Where's the anchor chain?
It's up towards the front of the boat. You can see the anchors kind of dangling just barely up here.
Oh yes. Then I'm gonna. It's gonna be like I'm a game now. Anyway, I'm gonna try and sneak up whenever they're not looking and get to the anchor. So only move when they got their back turned.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check. Yeah, absolutely. So, what the events that actually unfold are these two are standing out looking at the front water, having a small conversation amongst themselves as they're just talking about, being paid well, at least, even though it was such a pain in the ass. And eventually they wander down the back steps and you make your way up, and they are headed towards the back of the ship to start a conversation with their peers. But you make your way up, and on you're more than welcome to go ahead and drop anchor.
Yeah, I'll drop it.
Okay.
I'll cast Fairy Fire.
And I
when I
will
see him do that.
smack this guy with a quarterstaff.
Alrighty. Let's.
It's rude.
Uh-oh. Oh, she gave me a boat. That was very nice of her.
I can hear everybody, so the moment everything goes down, I'll cast Bless at second level on everybody. Seraphina's
fire
sick.
goes off
I've
there.
got people working at my house. My work's calling me. It's just, I'm sorry, I'm so distracted today.
You're alright. Alrighty. Initiative. Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Making lunch for my kiddo, just a second.
Do we get like a since
You guys are gonna get a surprise attack round.
Oh god damn it. Sorry, John.
No, you're okay.
Like they give the red message now. You wanted to send the result of this roll to the turn tracker.
13. Give it a second.
I'm coming.
No, you're fine. No problem. You got mom things to do.
Yeah, it's like literally everything is happening this morning, and I'm like, oh my god, I've got.
Alrighty.
All right. Second spell slots. That means everybody has Bless.
Okay, what does that do again?
It's a 1d4 added to your attack rolls and your saving throws.
Okay, that'll be nice.
Alrighty. So we have Fairy Fire in this. It's, what is it, a saving throw
8-foot
for?
cube. Dexterity saving throw. C14.
Okay. This person. Dex. That one fails. Bottom one succeeds. Okay. Torrga. Rolled a 10, so she failed. Dang it. There we go. And then this guy rolls a dex 8. Alrighty. And that means that they failed too. Okie dokie. So that's your turn. Baron, you're going to go ahead and make your melee attack.
Yeah, and does this count as my first turn of the combat? So does I assume because like it's Dread Ambusher, so this seems like
That's fine.
it
Yeah,
would
that
be,
that
right? 'Cause
works.
It would be the ambush, yeah.
Yeah.
And then do these have advantage because they're not expecting it?
They
Or
have
is it
advantage.
just?
Fairy Fire.
Well, I mean, I'm attacking the one that's in front of
The
me.
one guy that didn't get hit with it, yeah.
Oh. But don't you get disadvantage because you're with the melee to unless you're attacking him with your melee weapon?
I am.
He was
attacking
hitting
him
him.
with the melee. Yeah, quarterstaff.
Sorry. Terrible.
Let me look up surprised. I can't remember the exact rules for it.
I feel like that's the case.
Alright, sneaks up on the bandit camps, making an attack them.
Yes.
If you're surprised, you can't move or take an attack action on your first turn of combat, and you can't take a reaction until that turn ends. Member of the group can... I don't see where it says...
Oh,
I
it
don't
says
think you get advantage.
Yeah, I don't...
based on an attacker being unseen and a target being unsuspecting. Being unseen, so if I'm behind him, does that
Okay.
be count as being unseen?
Or at least he wasn't expecting you to stab him in the back.
That's
or hit
fine.
him in the head.
Yeah.
That's fine, go ahead.
All
Uh,
14.
14 does hit.
Okay, great. And then let me see. How does this work again? And then I can take one more attack with my Dread Ambusher feat.
$15 hits. Go ahead and give me some
So this
damage.
one- So that's 6. And then I'll do my favored foe. 7.
Lovely.
Yeah. And then this gets an extra d8 through the feet. So 7 and then for 11 plus 7, 18 damage.
18 total damage. All right. So that was 2 attacks with your quarterstaff, correct? Just single hand, just as he's walking back, you creep out from behind the boxes and just quick, lightning fast, smacking him twice, dealing a significant chunk of damage. He staggers, falling forward onto the boxes. What the? And turns around, ready with his weapons out. But
Zentarum scum. You're coming in with me, Torrga Icevein.
and you can see a look of surprise on her face at the top of the boat. Let's see who Sariel did the bless.
I forgot to add those to my attacks, but yeah, it's good they hit anyway.
Okay.
You might have moved before I got the bless off on you, so a little slower on the upkeep.
All right, starting at the top of the round, Whimsy.
Did I go first? I think. Aaron has
Oh,
a higher dex than I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
+4.
Go ahead, Quincy. You
yeah.
go first.
I am going to go for the second guard to the south.
So this one, the one with the fairy fire.
I thought these guys were the guards.
I think he's talking about this guy.
Oh, that guy down there. Okay. I mean, yeah, those are guards, but yeah,
They're
that's
also
true.
bad guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the time being, I'm just going to go. No, I'll go for the one Berend went for, the one without the fairy fire.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for attack. With advantage because you have an ally within 5 feet.
It's not advantage. He just gets sneak attack.
Oh, sneak attack. That's right.
But he's got bless.
23 definitely hits. 7 plus 5. All right, that's
12. Does the math for you.
That's nice. As you poke around that front mast and shooting an arrow off into that direction, as he's spinning around, the arrow just sticks right, not necessarily in the vitals of the neck, but right there in the top portion of the chest, the collarbone area, and he is looking really, really hurt.
And before they get their wits about them, about what's going on, I'm going to take an opportunity to bonus action.
Okay.
Probably at the great top
Okay.
there.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check. Yeah, absolutely. Just an arrow just looses the crates in the center, kind of piled high enough that it's blocking the view. Plus, the sails draped down are preventing the people on the front from being able to clearly see. So you feel pretty well hidden. Whimsy, it's now your turn.
All right, I'm going to jump up and yell out, sing out. Torga's been a naughty girl. Serial's gonna kick your butt. And vicious mockery, her, and bardic inspiration, Serial.
Torrga.
Vicious mockery, Torga. If she fails her wisdom save.
17. She does not.
Then I am going to back off.
All right. Baron, it is now your turn again.
Another quarterstaff attack.
Seven does not hit.
Bless.
Bless. I don't know if 4 would.
I'll try it.
Yeah, you don't know. They might not have any armor on, so an 8, no.
No, unfortunately, an 8 does not hit with its, last little bit of survivability, just kind of ducking out of the way, and your quarterstaff smacks into one of the crates. Anything else on your turn?
No. We're good.
Okay. Alrighty. It is now the thug's turn. Both of them will go at the same time. With its mace drawn, it is going to swing wildly at you, making 2 melee attacks. 17 to hit.
I'm going to silvery barbs that.
Okay, that just means I roll again.
Roll again, and I'm giving advantage to Aaron. His next attack.
Oh, Jesus.
Thanks for that.
Has to use the lower.
17, yeah.
Okay. So 17 still hits. I didn't know if it was
Is the lower roll.
You give disadvantage and give advantage, so it's just
Okay.
disadvantage.
Alrighty, yeah. So you are going to.
So I guess it could have just been the 17 and the 21, and he takes the lower one. Would that make sense?
Nah, it's all right. You take 8
then
points
I
of
can
bludgeoning.
see beforehand, so.
Oh,
Yeah, you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
okay.
For the second attack, 22 to hit.
Yeah.
And you are going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. The back Zentarum guard is going to pull out a heavy crossbow and is going to make a shot against Sariel.
Now, because I'm hidden behind a bunch of crates, does they get disadvantage to hit me or cover or something?
Which crates do you feel that you're hidden behind right now?
Oh, at that point, it was. I guess you dropped your illusion, didn't you?
Yeah, the illusion. Yeah. I mean, it would have seen me jump out of it. Like, technically, yes, it's still up.
No, because you can't concentrate on both at the same time.
Not concentration.
Oh, okay.
So, like, technically, yes, it's still up, but that's up to. They saw me. Maybe they can make a perception roll to see if they saw me jump out of it.
Yeah, let me go ahead and do one of those. No, I guess he wouldn't have known where you came from. So, in that case, let's see. He is going to use some movement and get to the top of these crates right here and aim down at Baron. Using pack tactics, going to roll with advantage because a thug's ally is within 5 feet.
Oh shit.
That's
19. What were you going to say, Sariel?
Hits,
It's
no.
right? If I have armor class 16. Yeah.
I mean, a 19. He rolled with advantage
Oh,
on that
advantage,
one.
that's
So
right,
yeah,
yeah.
19 hits, going to deal 9 points of piercing damage. Sariel, it's now your turn.
Oh god. We're going to go ahead and use my last second level spell slot for spiritual weapon,
Okay.
and I'm gonna put it right here. I've got one. I don't have one.
I thought I had a spiritual weapon for you. I could have swore I made it. 1 second. My library. For Pete's sake, John Allen.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead
gonna
and continue on.
Gonna hit this guy, and then
The bandit or the thug?
the Zentrum dude.
Okay. Got it, yeah.
Okay. And then with my action, I'm gonna try to firebolt him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use the Bardic Inspiration for damage as well.
Okay,
'Cause I had
firebolt
advantage.
hits and spirit weapon hits.
Ah, that's a bad crit. What? How much do I roll for the Bardic Inspiration?
D6. Add it to damage.
Yeah. So.
Oh.
Well, extra.
Does that not become a 2 because the crit doubles all dice?
Does double all dice. You would roll the D6 twice for the Bardic Inspiration. Ah.
Okay.
Okay.
Every little helps.
Every little bit. Every little tiny bit.
In addition, once on each of my turns, I deal an extra 2 radiant damage to one target when you deal damage with an attack or a spell. So, plus 2 more
Okay.
on that guy. So everything is just into that guy.
Got it. Alrighty, anything else?
I think.
You can
Did
make a
you?
weapon attack.
Oh,
I'm gonna try.
5 force damage. I missed that one. Okay.
5 force, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which is 10 of it, or 11 of it is fire, and 2 of it's radiant. That matters.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna kind of come over here and be like, Baron, are you okay?
Alrighty.
Gotta get out the axe.
And that will be my whole turn.
So you did what? 8 plus 1 plus 2.
I did 13 points of damage on the second attack, and then 5 on the first.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I hit him a little hard, just a little.
Torrga. Torrga is going to start running, and as she is jumping on top of the smaller crates and going to bound over top of the 5-foot stack that you had, kind of drops down into it, obviously now realizing that it doesn't exist. I'm going to make Dex. She rolled a 22. That is perfectly fine. She does not tumble and fall prone trying to stand on top of that. She catches herself, very nimble, and she is going to stop right there, and she is going to aim at you with produce 2 daggers, and at the same time throwing both of them at you. Whimsy, first one 17 to hit, second one 21 to hit.
Both hit.
Alrighty, going to...
We make those concentration saves.
4 points of piercing on the first one and 7 points of piercing on the second one.
Okay, so 11. 11 damage. Let's see if I can make my con saves with my -1. Okay, first one's good. Ah,
Great
fire
fire
drop.
drops.
Dude.
Alrighty. Let's get rid of those. Alrighty, now it is the bandit's turn. With the slight elevation right here, only a few feet, it is going to fire.
Oh darn it! Yeah, never mind.
You sure?
I already used my reaction.
Okay. It is going to fire at you, Sariel. I'm going to say because of the heavy area, I'm going to give you a +2 to your AC for cover. And it is firing its light crossbow, 18 to hit.
That hits.
Jeez.
That's only 9 points of piercing. It does not add that extra 5.
All right, my turn for a con save. I'm good.
Alrighty, back to the top of the round with Quincy.
I am going to go for... How many of them can I see from where I'm at?
Probably the one that's on top of the boxes in the center, and
Maybe Torrga.
maybe she's down lower. She's not on the stairs yet, so she's not peeking up. You and
She
because
can see me where I am.
that's true.
Yeah, but he's also behind a stack of
Alright.
boxes he hid.
Yeah, I'll say you'll be able to see the one Zentrum Thrug up on top, Torrga, and the bandit in the far back. The rest of it's just kind of a jumbled mess of people. It'd be hard to pick them out.
Alright, I'm going to take a shot at the guard. Like, this one, I think I've got a clear shot at, don't I?
Yep.
And he's
And because I'm hit,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
got advantage.
Okay.
Attack.
and you're blessed.
Yeah,
Oh,
21
yes.
hits. Alrighty.
So there's 13 points of...
Alrighty.
And I'm going to move 10 feet to here. And probably duck down behind the thing so I can give me
You can give yourself what?
that. Duck, because I assume there's some sort of ledge or lip or something in front of me here. So I
Okay.
can duck down and use as partial cover.
Okay. Are you trying to hide, or are you
I'm-
just using it for cover?
I'm just going to use... Could I use it to hide?
Potentially from some.
Yeah, I might as well, because I'm not using my bonus action. So I'll try and hide behind it.
To hide behind it, you would have to be prone. And you would have to use half your movement to stand back up again the second term, if that's something that you...
So, sorry, what was that?
Oh, I was just saying that if you wanted to hide behind it, like your bonus action hide, you would end up having to lay prone to be fully hidden, to lose all vision of it. So you would have to then, on the next turn, use half your movement to get up from prone. For Pete's sake,
Yeah,
hold on.
go on then. I will do. Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm lying prone. Do I'm... Oh, go on.
I was wondering why it sounded like construction. I think there's somebody bringing in dirt or fucking mulch or something to the house that's next door. They've got this big ass truck backed into my driveway. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth check then. Go ahead. Okay. Alrighty. You feel relatively hidden. Yeah. Yeah, you none of them have a passive perception high enough to be able to see that, so you should be hidden from all but probably the one that you shot. Whimsy, it's now your turn.
All right. I am going to yell out. Take a nap. Nobody's gonna hurt you if you just fall asleep right now. I can cast sleep on these 4 guys. One's back here.
What's the range on it?
It is a 20-foot radius sphere, 90-foot range. So I am including them. We'll see how many of them actually fall asleep, but
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Beyond that,
give me your sleep roll.
58. All right. Believe at least
Perfectly average.
2 of them.
All right.
The lowest hit points first. Oh, probably the ones we softened up.
Yep, both of those are asleep. And then there is 11, 12, 13, 14. All right. That's
Holy shit.
yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah,
then
Yeah, 2 of them were on the brink of death.
I was worried about our situation
Chances.
here.
Yeah, I thought maybe a couple of rounds of not having to worry about every single one of them might help. And then I'm gonna run over here and tap Sarah. You've got this. You've got this. And give her bardic inspiration. My last slot and my last bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah. So that.
Alrighty. It is now Baron's turn.
Wait a second. Oh, I screwed up,
How-
didn't I? I forgot to use
how-
my advantage
Yeah.
that you gave me
What?
last time, huh?
How big are the sides? Did the people falling asleep have a risk of falling over the edge?
There's enough of a lip; they're not going to fall off.
Okay. Just curious.
Could throw them off probably.
It would definitely. You know that if you throw them off, it would lead to certain death.
Just say.
Yes, but Whimsy's a murderer.
Those Baron.
I'm not going to throw them off.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron's totally.
All right, Baron, what you got, buddy? You have you see these 3 people, 2 of them right in front of you, just crumple to the ground, falling asleep, and the one on top of the boxes just kind of fall forward, and now splayed across the entire boat. The one in the back still standing tall. Crossbow at the ready. You see him back there fidgeting with it, reloading.
Let's see. If I could get up to there.
You can run
Essentially.
through them. They're asleep. You can pass them.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll run up to this guy and say, "You're no match for our wizards and enchanters.
if you want to meet your end on a watery grave, I'd surrender now, or just here for Torrga. And I'll hit him though anyway.
Try to grapple him.
What's the fun in that?
I'm just saying. Not a strength-based character though.
Does
21
the silvery
hits.
barbs, like, I missed it already, right? So
Yeah, I mean, like,
I had to
you
use
should
it.
have had advantage before.
Yeah, but I didn't use it. I forgot about it.
Not use it.
Oh well. 7.
Well, it's yeah, because it's on the next attack roll you make. You get advantage.
Alrighty. 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
You know what? And I'll go ahead and use my other favored foe, just because I feel like I'm in a bit of a dire situation. So 11.
As you run up and you yell at him to, surrender, you club him across the side of the head, attempting to just subdue him, but you hear a god-awful crack. And with 11 hit points stealing his total health, he succumbs to his wounds.
Unconscious.
Okay.
Does that end your turn?
Let's see, I moved 1, 2, 3.
Or he moved 4 spaces. More with 25
I'll
feet of movement.
go here. I'll go up here and like try to get cover behind the mast.
Okay. Alrighty.
Is there, could I get behind the wheel too? Is there
Yeah, you
kind of
could-
like a block there that might be better?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Alrighty. Sariel, it's now your turn.
Torrga, we're gonna take you to the next town and put you up for your crimes. Are you gonna come quietly?
You'll have to be alive to do that, and I don't think you're gonna make it.
You know that she's the
Alright.
last one?
I mean, she's on the other side of the boxes. She doesn't know.
That is
Okay.
true.
Can you move my spiritual weapon over to Torrga, and I will whap her in the back of the head.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, roll for attack. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure that hits. Yep, that hits.
It's actually a 20, not a 19.
Okay.
Okay. Oh Jesus.
Alrighty.
Oh, and then I'm going to firebolt her,
Okay.
because that's a bonus action.
A 9 does not hit.
It's a 10, but
A
yeah.
10 does not hit. Ducking underneath, the firebolt just sails out into the lake, eventually splashing down into the icy waters. Do you do anything with your movement?
I don't think so, but I'll be like, it's in your best interest to surrender. Everyone else is subdued. And
Okay.
that'll guess be my turn.
Alrighty. She is going to jump across and is going to kind of jump up on the railing that's leading upwards, just right up in both of your faces, and is going to make 2 attacks with the scimitar.
Come at me.
One at Whimsy and one at Sariel.
Hey.
First one at Whimsy with a 9 misses.
Oh.
Second one to Sariel with a 12.
Misses.
And then she is going to make the third attack with her dagger.
Come on.
Melee
At me.
dagger. And that one's going to be at Sariel for a 15 to hit.
That does hit.
And that deals 4 points of piercing damage.
That wrong one. All right, bless goes away.
Alrighty. Alrighty, there's no bandits alive to talk about it. Quincy, it's back to the top of the round. It's your turn.
alive. They're
Yeah, I mean,
asleep.
one bandit's, sleeping. The other one's dead.
Not for long.
So is Torrga in front of me now, basically?
Yes, like, once you stood up, you would be looking right down on top of her.
Okay, could I roll away, take the shot while I'm still hidden, and then stand up?
Yeah, if you crawl, you can use it's like half movement or something, right?
There's that barrier there that you're hiding behind, right?
Yeah.
You would have to, like, peek up and over it to make a shot. Like, I'm not sure where you would roll to be able to, like, maybe if you rolled all the way to the stairs, which is, I can't imagine you rolling, 10 feet to get to the stairs.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is she on the other side of the barrier? Like, is she hanging off it, kind of thing, to attack Whimsy?
Oh, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, you can make, because ranged attacks while prone is with advantage, right?
Well, I'm within melee range, so that would be disadvantage. For
Oh,
ranged
right. Yeah,
attack.
you're fine to go ahead and roll away if you want.
Then I'll roll there, and I've got advantage because I'm still hidden. So
Okay.
I'm going to shoot before I stand up.
Okay.
So that would be my... So...
Jesus.
Oh, that's very exciting.
Yeah, kind of turning, seeing Torrga leaning up, attacking Whimsy and Sariel, you take your feet and you kick off of that or that railing board and push yourself back, bow drawn, just shoots right into her swinging, her scimitar arm, sticking right into that shoulder. Solid shot. 21 points of piercing damage.
I'm going to stand... I'm never doing that again. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to say to her, "You're right, those goblins weren't much of a threat."
And she looks at you surprised, just shock. One, the arrow dealing a significant amount of damage to her, and also the recognition that you heard a conversation that was very, what she thought, private. Do you do anything else with your turn?
That's my turn done.
Alrighty, Whimsy, it's now your turn.
I am going to say to her, you should have known this is how it would end. Nothing you do will ever work. And vicious mockery her.
Okay.
And I want to see if she succeeds. Then
Was
I
it
might do
14?
something else.
She rolls a 15 on her wisdom save.
Alright, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to run down and past her and over here. And kind of try to goad her into hitting me as I run past. Come at me!
Let me... They don't. They don't attack. Yeah, allowing you to run past, she chooses not to use her reaction to make a melee swing at you. Baron, it is now your turn.
Let's see. Probably can't.
I think she's standing on the crate, so I think you could see her.
Yeah, I can see her.
If if you give me an acrobatics check with enough, I'll give you the movement to be able to get there by not taking, climbing for like jumping across the boxes if you did want to get within melee range.
I'm just gonna shoot her.
Okay.
A set by on all sides.
13
She wakes
misses.
up one of her guards.
No. 13 misses.
Okay.
Alrighty. You do anything with your movement now?
Am I proficient with cross? Yeah. So this guy had a heavy crossbow, you said?
That one doesn't. That one had a light crossbow.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Yeah, I'll just stay there.
Sorry, it's now your turn.
If you just give up, we'll spare your life. I'm trying hard to.
That's never gonna happen. You and I both know that.
I have his range. You know, I'm gonna toll the dead. Her.
Okay. What is that? Is that a Constitution Wisdom save? Okay.
Wisdom save.
7 is what she rolled. So she takes 7 points of necrotic damage. She
The
still.
normal roll, or was it the injured roll?
That's the injured.
Right.
You can still have that
Oh,
bardic.
she gets +2 radiant damage every time I hit her.
Okay.
And still have that bardic inspiration, right?
Yeah, let's go ahead and throw that on there too. So, I can't roll for shit on it, but...
She's looking bloodied. You can see a blood trail running down her nose, and as she's talking back to you, the spittle that is coming out of her frustrated mouth is definitely coated with a light smattering of blood.
Okay. And then I'll say a quick prayer and cast Shield of Faith on myself. Okay.
Okay. I know how this is going to happen.
I'm gonna try and goad her into hitting me if I can.
I mean, it's not your turn yet.
Oh, but just like
Just
yelling.
yelling.
At her.
Yeah. I think she would do whatever she's going to do right now, regardless. She was going to do it to somebody. Sariel just happens to be the closest at this point in time.
Oh no.
Should have moved.
Let me... She is going to attempt to shove you
Figured.
off the edge.
Oh no! Whatever will she do?
I'm trying to find... I'm pretty sure it's contested athletics checks. Or you can use acrobatics, yes.
Should have saved that bardic inspiration.
She rolls an 18. You have to beat an 18.
Well, shit. I do not.
As she pushes you, your legs catch the back of the boat and shoved off into the water
Okay.
with a splash. It is not frozen, but
But it's very cold.
it is very, very cold.
Okay.
I'm trying to think.
There's gonna happen to anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was whoever was nearest that was going to be the next point of order. I think
Totally fine.
she is going to use the rest of her movement to run this way. 10, 15, 20.
25. She's a dwarf.
Yeah. Yeah, she's going to run there, and from that position, Quincy, you can no longer see her. Same with Whimsy, you do not have line of sight. The only one that now has line of sight is Baron, but that is going to end her turn. Quincy, it is now your turn. You saw the direction that she went, but you do not have eyes on her.
Mute, for starters. Can I climb up the mast and settle myself on the crossbeam?
You could. I still don't know if that would give you line of sight.
The
Really,
sail.
how high are these?
The sail.
I mean, at least 5 feet. She's standing, I mean... Yeah.
I guess if you're...
Yeah, I think it would be... Baron, you can see that she is tucked up, crouched underneath of the underneath of the crates. There's a good 3 feet. Like, if you think about the window that you would have to be able to see, you would have to be seeing basically straight down to see underneath of those, on those crates.
How tall are the masts?
Are you going, I don't know. The entirety of the mast is probably about 20 feet. These aren't super massive sails.
Because I could basically climb... I can climb to the top of that and take a shot at it if I can see it 20 feet up.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do the geometry really quick.
You won't be able to.
I'm gonna say that
Okay.
if you did, it would be with like a +5 to AC. Like it would be a 3/4 cover situation.
Okay, well then I am going to head down this way. And I'm going to reach over the side to pull Sariel up from the water.
Okay. Somehow we skipped over the music and went into... that's my fault. We'll have to just roll with
We're
it.
in the water right now.
I'm going to say you can hold an action to where when it comes to her turn, she would be able to swim up to you. But unless you, like, jump down into the water, you wouldn't... Like, she's still plunged in, and she has to then regather herself to be able... Like, you can't just grab her without exposing yourself to the elements as well.
Would I be able... In my turn, would I be able to... So I'm guessing I'd have to jump in. Would I be able to get her onto the boat in my turn?
I'd say it'd be really difficult too. Yeah, like just the like, even though you technically have the movement, like it would be having to jump in, find her in the water, grab her, throw her over your shoulder, and then scale the boat back with one arm would be incredibly difficult. I don't think you would be able to do it that way. No.
Alright, then I'm gonna use an I'll hang off the edge as much as possible and ready my action to grab her and pull her on board.
Okay. You can definitely do that. Getting to the lowest point of the ship and basically finding a wedge to be able to hold yourself, your entire top portion of your torso leaning out, extending your arms out and over to be able to help Sariel. Whimsy, it is now your turn.
Alright, I'm going to run 3, 4. 6, and I will vicious mockery her.
She rolled a 1.
Okay. Let me roll my. What did I? But she has disadvantage on her next attack.
Just
that
next
was-
single attack, so if she made 3, only the first one would have it, or is it the entire turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Only the single attack. And I will say, coward. Or a coward.
Okay. Alrighty. Baron, it is now your turn.
I'll yell out, "No!" and I'll leap forward with and I'll use my battle axe actually.
Okay.
Attack.
9 misses.
And that is it, I guess. That's all I can do.
Okay. It is now Sariel's turn. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. An 11.
Okay. It is incredibly cold. You re-emerge from the water, hood kind of draped back. Your clothes are extremely heavy, now soaked with water. Give me an athletics check.
Okay. 15.
You are fighting for your life, now swimming frantically to the boat, and you see Quincy hanging on. What?
Am I too heavy to fly?
No. I mean,
Okay.
yeah,
I'd
if
like
you...
to bonus action sprout wings and start to fly.
Okay, then you do that instead.
Okay.
And no athletics check needed then.
Okay.
Yeah, immediately just up into the air. How high do you go?
I want to go 30 feet up above the ship, and I want to look at her. I want to be able to see Torrga, so I want to
Okay.
fly kind of at an angle.
Yeah.
Maybe like 15 feet above the ship because I'm heavy and wet. I don't want to get too high.
That's all
But I
right.
want to fly over to her.
Yeah. How close do you want to be to her? Like, you still want to be 15 feet above her, right?
Yeah, I don't want to
out of reach. Got it. Okay.
But hovering over the boat so that if I do fall, I don't fall back in the water.
Okay. Then yeah, we'll
That's fine.
that guy's asleep.
Yeah. And I'd be like, that wasn't very nice, and I'm gonna guiding bolt her.
Okay. Alrighty. Go ahead and
Damn it.
unfortunately a 12 does not hit. Just kind of smacking into the mast behind. Do you do anything
Good
else with your
roll,
turn?
too. That's my bonus action and my action and my movement.
Oh, yeah.
So that
Okay.
is everything I've got.
Alrighty. It is now her turn. She is going to make the first attack against Baron with disadvantage. Rolls a 12. 12 does not hit. Second attack at Baron, normal. As a 14.
Misses.
And then she is going to make her third attack, her dagger. She is going to, does it specify it has to be?
You
I'm
can
sure
throw
she
it.
could throw it if she wanted to. Just
Yeah,
dex.
I was looking at it. Yeah, she is going to throw her. I mean, she's already thrown daggers once. I couldn't remember if that was a action with the multi-attack. Going to throw the third one at Sariel. And this is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And again, she pushes her back up against that. She is a cornered wolf. She is scared, surrounded, but she is not going to give up. Quincy, it's now your turn.
You can just go under me. But thank you.
I'm gonna move 5. Would I be able to see her from here? Remembering I've got second story work, so my climbing speed is equal to me walking.
I'm sorry, where are you looking?
You didn't move.
Oh, he didn't
So
move yet.
Sorry, I thought you could see that. I apologize.
Nope, you're fine. You would have to be about right there to be able to see. It's still standing on top of the boxes, and I don't think she would have the reach to be able to hit you. You'd be at like a 6 foot type of deal, so it would be just out of her reach, at least with a melee attack. I'll say that.
Alright, I am going to... Because I've got two-handed, two-weapon fighting, can I throw 2 daggers? Because I've got like 5 throwing knives on me.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Okay, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to hit... Yeah, throw 2 daggers at her.
Yeah, go for it.
So 19 and...
19 hits. An 11 does not, yeah. The first dagger coming down right into her shoulder blade, in that same arm that the arrow is still sticking out of, causes her to wince. What the fuck?
I just thought I'll still have sneak attack because Baron's on the other side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dealing an incredible amount of damage. She is extremely hurt. You do anything else?
No, that's my turn.
All right, Whimsy, it is your turn. Looking at this bloodied and beaten Torrga.
You're beaten. Just give up. And I will choose mockery with that.
She rolls a 14.
That saves.
Okay.
Then I will run past her. Try to get over to here.
She will make an attack
Yeah.
against you.
Okay. As I scramble up.
Yeah. 21 to hit.
All right.
Dealing
Hellish Rebuke.
8 points of slashing damage. Okay.
Dex saving throw, and she takes half damage on a success.
22 fire. She doesn't have the... She passes. She rolled a 22 on her dex save, but she doesn't have enough...
HP?
Yeah. As you yelled...
Burn in hell.
As you yelled at her basically to surrender, and you're running by, she says as she's swinging out with her scimitar, "There was only one way this was ever going to happen." And she slashes out at you and immediately burn in hell, and her body just engulfed in flames. You hear the shrill shrieks of her screaming as she stumbles backwards, the flames kind of extinguishing, magical in nature as she succumbs to her wounds. Officially ending combat.
I'm going to tying people up. And
Gonna need so much more rope. It's gonna be like your one thing. Can I go buy some more rope?
I have 25 feet of rope, so like
You have how many feet of rope?
25 feet.
25 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine the ship would have a good amount of rope on it.
50 feet. I have 50 feet of rope.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna start tying
all
people
over
up.
the place.
I'm gonna say that if you want to tie up these individuals, you're gonna have to sever your rope into several different pieces to tie them up.
Unless I tie them all together, like against the ship's mast.
If you attempt to do that, especially for the one that's on top of the boxes, they're
You'll wake
going
them
to you're gonna wake them up. It's gonna be really
Definitely.
difficult to drag them.
I'll cut it up into several little things. How much rope would I need to tie up an individual? How many?
Depends how secure do you want to make it. Are you going to tie their arms behind their back like around them, or are you going to tie just their hands behind their back to or are you going to do like their
like around them?
Okay.
Secure.
I'm gonna land and I'm gonna precipitation myself clean and dry because I'm freezing
Okay.
while he's doing that.
And I'm going to be looting her cot while he's doing that. Torga's
I'm gonna
corpse.
remove the weapons from the enemies and try encouraging Serial to.
You probably only have like 30 seconds to tie them up, so I'll do a quick job to start and then try to be more secure.
Just need to get warm. Just a sec.
It's a burning body over there. You can put your hand.
The magic's gone away, or the ship will catch on fire.
I can create a
if
fire, but it
He's
might.
warm.
If
no,
Sariel's
it's okay. I got it. It just takes a minute.
if Sariel's still like that, I'm going to put my cloak around her, and then get back to taking any jewelry and valuables off Torga's corpse.
I
Okay.
can do 1 cubic foot at a time. Dry me off.
Cleaning.
It won't remove water. It does not dry wet clothing. And it can only warm non-living material. So you
Warm
can
the water.
you can warm. Yeah. Go ahead and give me.
Yeah. When it says clean, I would assume that means dry too, but it's not.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it a little bit more. But I would think of. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily think that wet would mean dirty. But then again, I guess like removing bloodstains and things like that is technically a liquid. I'll look into it. Give me another Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm hardy, okay?
Yeah, you are mentally strong. You are not going to let this. I'll say that you you successfully take care of the situation, and you will not have to continue to make Constitution saving throws to from the frigid, cold water. Let's look at. You said you are looting any valuables off of Torrga?
Yeah.
You find a scimitar and a dagger. Neither one of them of incredible make. Nothing too special about them. You find a coin purse with about 200 gold in it. But other than that, there's nothing that you see on her person that is like, there's no just like loose gems or scrolls or anything of incredible value.
No jewelry.
Nothing fancy. You see some leather twine around her neck with what looks to be what is the we'll just say an exotic tooth that seems to be notched into it. similar to the one that you found on the one bandit. Has the notches in it. It is similar to that.
I'm gonna take that off and hold up to the group and say, we're gonna end up collecting these.
I feel like we failed. I needed to bring her in alive.
Let us. I managed to tie up all 3 of these guys in 30 seconds.
I'd probably help him out with that.
That's give me a couple sleight of hand checks. I'm gonna say both Whimsy.
I do survival.
Yeah, sure.
Knots and things.
Ba-ding.
And another sleight of hand from me, or
That'll be all right. Yeah, you managed to get them both, or all of them tied up. The boat now just resting several hundred feet from the harbor. You now hear a loud horn coming from the shore. You hear that happen a few more times, and there is shouting and things coming from back in the town. But that is where we will pick up next time.